Hey girls, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to the True Feminine Show. My name is Rachel, your host. And if you don't know me, I am a dating and relationship coach, and I talk all things dating and relationships, masculine and feminine energy, the psychology of men, the inner work, and all things femininity. So if you love those topics and you enjoy and like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and leave comments on any topics you would love to hear from me. So without further ado, I want to dive right into today's topic. Today's topic is all about the phases of love and helping you not make the mistake of viewing love and falling in love and getting a man to commit to a long-term relationship with stopping at just one of those phases. I'm just going to dive right in. A big question that people often ask and wonder is, when does love begin? When does it actually start? A lot of people view love as an on and off switch. Like they can just switch it on, they can switch it off. And, when I find somebody that I feel these butterflies with and these intense feelings, then obviously I'm going to fall in love with this person's going to fall in love with me. In fact, I'm already feeling like I'm falling in love. But that is actually only one phase to the entire process of finding and keeping love. So let's dive into number one. Number one is attraction. A lot of us get stumped with attraction. We get stuck here, actually. We start to believe that, I feel this intense attraction to this person, so obviously commitment is around the corner. I mean, if I were in a room, I'd ask all of you to raise your hand. Have you ever felt that when you feel attraction, strong attraction for somebody, do you feel like commitment's right around the corner? Raise your hand. Most of us would be like, yeah, obviously. I mean, hello, that's how I feel. But men do not fall in love the same way that we do. I'll circle back to that. But I want us to really understand that attraction is only the first phase of love. And we must get past this attraction phase. And we have to also be careful here, ladies, because you don't want to mistake these intense butterflies, this intense chemistry, this intense connection with love. Oftentimes we'll do that. And when we do that, we make the mistake of thinking that it's love. And we think that the guy's on the same page. And our heart starts to skip a beat. And we're all of a sudden like, let's go. Let's do this. Let's jump in. Let me let myself fall in love, obviously. So you're letting yourself fall all over in love based off of just this attraction phase, while the man isn't falling in love. I want you to keep that in mind, okay? So the second phase of love is the dating phase. So first there's attraction. A man and woman meets, or whoever meets, and I feel attracted to you, you feel attracted to me. There's a feeling happening. And now the next phase is, does this man want to take you on a date? Does he want to further his getting to know you? Hopefully that is the case, but don't get stuck in attraction, okay? So we want it to move to phase two. Once it moves to phase two, this dating phase is really this getting to know you phase, okay? So this is where you start building up neurotransmitters that help you to fall in love, that help you to get to the ultimate fall in love phase. What happens is when you're dating, you are building up these neurotransmitters, and for women is oxytocin. So oxytocin is released when we're having sex or we're having any kind of physical intimacy with a man. But men don't fall in love from physical intimacy. So let's just make that very clear. So you might be falling in love. You're going to make this bond with physical intimacy, and a man will not. So this is why, once again, you don't want to jump ahead to that without first getting to know someone. So once you have fallen in love, this puts your brain in shutdown mode. Your brain actually shuts down. So you are not able to see the person you are dating clearly. So you have to get to know this person first, because once you fall in love, it puts your brain in a deactivated state. It deactivates parts of your brain. And the part of your brain that is deactivating is your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain brain that actually judges other people. And judgment, although it can be bad a lot of times, it can also serve its purpose in protecting you. If you are not able to make clear judgments of the person that you are dating, you may fall in love prematurely with a man who is not even there at all, doesn't even have the bandwidth to fall in love with you, but he's just stuck in attraction phase. And you got into attraction phase and let yourself just fall in love. And once you fall in love, your brain shuts off. Half of your brain shuts down. It deactivates. So you must be careful here. This is why it is so crucial to understand, hey, I'm in phase 1 of attraction with a man. Oh, now I'm in phase 2 and he's dating me and I'm dating him. Okay, I'm in phase 2. This is what Rachel was talking about. Cool. Phase 2 is this, I need to take time to get to know this person. I need to get to know him before I allow half of my brain to shut down. This takes some emotional maturity. It takes some emotional pacing. It takes getting your mind in a sober place where you say, okay, mind, okay, self. Hey, I'm only in phase 2. We've not gotten into phase 3, which is actually falling in love. We don't want to let ourselves go from attraction, phase 1, and jump to phase 3. Oh, I'm falling in love. Because if that man hasn't gradually gotten there with you, then it will be very confusing for you. And you may even fall in love with someone who is not compatible with you. And by the way, we see this happen a lot. This is why we'll see, like, say you have a girlfriend. You've all had that girlfriend who's like gorgeous. She's such a catch. She's amazing. And you're like, why is she dating that guy? He's such a jerk. He is such a narcissist. He is abusive. He is mean. He's terrible. He's a loser. He's not doing anything with his life. And yet she can't see it no matter how much you've told her. It's because she fell in love quickly. And once she's fallen in love, they've studied the brain on this. Your brain starts to shut down. The judgment side of your brain, that discernment, is shutting down inside of you. So you want to be very, very careful with this. When you get to phase 3 and you do allow yourself to fall in love after you've really gotten to know the person, you've spent a lot of time getting to know them, getting to know their intentions, getting to observe them, getting to observe their intentions, and then giving yourself time to see if this man, his words are matching his actions and he is really investing in the relationship. Once you've gotten there, you can move into this fall in love phase. So now we're moving into the fall in love phase, which is basically, I've heard it stated, it's like temporary insanity, which I just love that. Like temporary insanity. Like I'm like feeling crazy right now. I'm crazy in love, right? We move into phase 4, which is true love. So there's that crazy love. I'm crazy in love with you. And then there is true love. And true love is that I'm choosing you to be my companion, to walk through life with me. But you can't just go from attraction to true love right away. True love is a process. It takes time. So true love is something that you have to, I'm attracted, I'm dating, I'm moving through the dating phase. Here's another thing I want to say is that a lot of times women also want to hurry up that dating phase. I want to hurry. Can we get past this already? Can we get to the I love you? Can we get to the next level? Can I get to the ring? Can I get to these, this forever thing? And that's actually doing us a disservice, and it is actually doing the relationship as a whole a disservice. What helps you actually attract and then keep the man is really moving slow, and I want to be clear, not a snail's pace, but just moving slow through this dating process. Not trying to push forward or push it through or make it go faster, okay? You want to see a gradual progression, obviously, of like hanging out and maybe, investments and bigger investments into you and into the relationship that the man is making. But that all takes time. And by the way, when a man is making big investments into you or making real investments of his time and his money, guess what? That's actually helping him to fall in love with you, fall madly in love with you, because he's really putting, raising the stakes for him. You want to see him doing those things, which all happens in that dating phase, which all happens in the get to know you phase. So you want to be careful to not sleep with a guy, to not jump right into things that are going to shut your brain down, so that you can come to crazy, insane love place where it's temporary insanity. And then once you get there, then you can move into the true love. The true love is like, now I am deciding to choose you. I'm thinking of really, truly building a life with you. I'm thinking in the larger and grander scale. And a man can get there. You can get there, but you don't want to skip skip the phases. You don't want to prematurely fall in love. You don't want to just jump into doing all the things that long-term, strong, bonded relationship is matched with, okay? So sometimes we're like doing things in that beginning phase that should not be given or granted to somebody until there is real commitment on the table, until you have made it through all of these phases. I hope that this makes sense to you. The 4 phases I want to recap with you are attraction, the attraction phase, and we want to be careful here. And the dating phase, we want to be careful here as well, so that we can get to phase 3, which is the falling in love phase, and phase 4, which is the true love. The true love that is that I'm choosing you, love. I'm choosing you forever, and I'm consciously choosing you. We're consciously choosing each other, and we're building our future together in our heads. Okay, here's my question for you. I'd love for you to answer this in the comment section. What phase of love do you usually get stuck at? Which one of these phases have you gotten to? Have you found yourself prematurely falling in love with someone and noticing your judgments shutting down in your brain? Has that happened to you? What has been your experience, and what have you learned from this video that you're going to do differently in the next relationship that you get into? Maybe it is you're going to slow yourself down. Maybe you're going to allow yourself time and space to go through this dating phase with this person. Sometimes you need to slow things down in order to speed things up. That is a conundrum in our head. It's like a paradoxy, but it's true. If sometimes when we slow down, it actually is what speeds everything up. This can work in so many parts of your life. I want you to think about that. Where can I slow things down, or where do things need to slow down for me in order for them to speed up in my dating life, in my love life? And maybe that's going back to square one, going back to phase 1 and really taking some time there, and taking more time in phase 2 and relaxing your body, relaxing yourself, so that all judgments can be wise and discerning as you are moving through the get to know you phase. And you're not jumping into bed with somebody too quickly, because when you do, you release that oxytocin. Oxytocin, it makes you fall in love. When you fall in love, your brain shuts down, okay? So you want to be careful. And the next thing you know, you're like, why am I dating this loser? Or why am I dating this guy who doesn't want commitment? Why am I dating this guy who just disappeared on me? This is about dating healthy. This is about dating in a way that gets us our end dream result, which our end dream result is marriage, at least for the girls in my world. It's long-term relationship or marriage, and that is 100% possible for you. But we just want to think wiser. We want to understand the psychology, understand our brains, understand the energetics around what it really takes to show up in our most magnetic state, and our most powerful state, and our most vortex-y-ish state of being, okay? Where we're not losing ourselves, losing our voice, losing the momentum in what it takes to get to that point of being. So I hope that this video was helpful in just kind of opening your eyes to understanding this a little bit more. If you are somebody who wants to dive deeper and you want to be mentored, you want to be coached, I offer the most amazing coaching program. I am so deep in it with my girls. I spend hours and hours a week with small groups, pods of women, and we dissect what's happening in their relationships. I teach on the inner work. We do deep inner work, because 80% of the results in your life have to do with what's happening on the inside of you. I talk about how to communicate with men on deep levels, and we work through the nuances that come up. I help women understand when they're operating and out of their masculine energy or the feminine energy, how to position themselves in a way that really stands out in a crowd, in a sea of women, and that ultimately helps them literally attract their dream man and get married. I gotta count, but I've definitely got so many women with rings on their fingers right now as I speak, and girls getting into healthy relationships within the 10 weeks we're together and beyond. I get messages weekly, monthly of girls saying, oh my gosh, the dream man showed up for me. So if you want to dive deep, I run the True Feminine Academy. You can enroll below. I'll leave the link below here. And if we are not open for enrollment at the time, please put your name on the wait list, and we will open enrollment up at some point. So when we do, you can get in there. It is absolutely incredible. It is my best work. It is my life's work, and I believe in it like nothing else. Like, my stuff is changing lives 100%. So I love you, girls. I hope this was a tidbit and helpful, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.